Buongiorno, buon popolo. Last week we celebrated the baptism of Christ as an opportunity for us to recall our own baptism and calling as Christian disciples. This Sunday I will baptise baby Amelia, just 6 months old and a bundle of joy. But like most of us, she will not remember her baptism. The role of parents and godparents and the wider church is to help nurture Amelia in the faith, and as a church we do this principally through our worship, which encourages our fellowship as a community of faith and inspires our works of service in the community and the wider world. How we help and support the families of children like Amelia is a perennial challenge. Our baby and toddler group is a really important threshold, but I wonder how we might build on that. Over the years, older hands than myself will have seen all sorts of ways in which we have tried to do this. AY, the brigade, youth group, Sunday school, and most recently breakfast church. But what I have learned over the years is that children grow up and exert their own wishes, and while sometimes they are influenced by their parents, more often they define themselves over and against their parents. I wonder how many of those of us with adult children have wondered why it is that their offspring choose not to practice the Christian faith. The reasons will be as diverse as the number of people, of course, but secularism, loss of faith in God, disenchantment with institutional religion, or even the aesthetic of worship will all play their part. It may be that we as parents have not set a particularly good example of the benefits of our religion. Of course, this runs both ways. I come from a non-religious home, and so my journey of faith was sparked by inner stirrings that were nourished through reading, thinking, and then speaking with others, and then sampling worship and being inspired by the message of the gospel and the fruits of a relationship with God through Jesus Christ. In many religious traditions, faith is bestowed by birth. Judaism and Islam are two specific examples. But Christian faith is by adoption and not inheritance. And adoption is a two-way process, not only the parent reaching out to the child, but the child accepting its parent. And in each case, it's a matter of decision. And like many things to do with relationships, it happens over time rather than in one fell swoop. So I think this means that our calling as a church community is to be a place where children, and indeed any visitors, encounter a group of people whose relationship with God is alive and real, whose lives are changed by their faith, and who are in regular and constant dialogue with God through prayer and worship. This means that we cannot rest on our laurels or suppose there's nothing that we can be doing. One of the fruits of our increasing confidence in offering a place of welcome and the culture of engagement that goes with that is that people more widely are beginning to register our presence in the community, including our exploration of work with people with dementia and the bereaved, as well as with people who are isolated. I hope this year we'll renew our energies around the eco agenda and work towards the Gold Eco Church Award. I hope also that people will want to continue to take up opportunities to come to worship, to join study and prayer groups and volunteer for roles in the church. We're re-establishing our Taizé worship in February, and we're in the process of re-establishing rotas for readers and intercessors, and soon also for servers at the Eucharist. I hope that people who have not done these roles before might feel encouraged to have a go in sharing in the leadership of our worship. In all these ways, we acknowledge that God has called us, singles us out and drawn us to become part of the body of Christ, the church, and made us agents of God's love. The 16th century Spanish mystic Teresa of Avila wrote these words: Christ has no body now but yours, no hands, no feet on earth but yours. Yours are the eyes through which he looks, compassion on this world. Yours are the feet with which he walks to do good. Yours are the hands through which he blesses the world.